gather round for the Oke Farm Pondcast with Doug Davis.
All right. So guys, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Charlene, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Curtis and I, in probably the second or third episode, talked about what I like to call the farm team.
Mm-hmm.
And that is chiefly made up of our full-time talented folks that care for the land, the cabins, the animals, and everything else. And Curtis, having been obviously a very long time resident here, has got to know and love our farm team as I have. And we prefer, we talk about that video, like we call them the team, because really at the end of the day, they're not only part of the ownership family, but they're part of the land, they're part of the, like you guys are the anchor of what it is that we do here at the farm.
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, at some point I'd love to get a lot of our teammates on the channel, but I chose you two because y'all are a family, and you have other family members here on the farm and everything. Yes, but sir. I thought it would be fun for, you know, those folks that are already owners, those who are thinking maybe that they would join us and so forth, just to hear from you guys about what the farm kind of means to y'all, like maybe a little bit about how you heard about it, and then y'all's role at the farm. So just at a high level, just so everybody could kind of get to know Richard and Charlene. And so, Richard, you and I go back now several years, predating when I met Charlene.
Yeah, right. Coming up on 3 years.
And we were just actually sharing together probably just a handful of days ago.
Yes.
I was reminiscing about the first time I met you right out here in front of the cabin and everything. And I don't know that we talked about, but maybe for those listening, can you share just a little bit maybe about yourself, about where you're from, and about how you ended up hearing about the farm and coming?
Well, actually, I was born and raised in Hilliard, which is a really close town, the proximity to here, and was construction all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much either worked for my dad or worked for myself and building restaurants and, you know, houses. There wasn't nothing that we didn't do, but really was just one day happened to be riding down the dirt road, and I just noticed that the Hamp Chester, which is where the project's at, and just noticed a structure going up, and I was like, wow, there's something more to this than just some gardening and some farming, you know. So I actually looked y'all up on the website, found who you and Jeff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of started doing some research on y'all, and I was like, wow, I really was bought into what y'all was trying to do here, and I was like, man, that's amazing. I would love to be a part of this. So I actually emailed you a couple of times, and you had got back to me and then was like, yeah, sure, let's set up a meet. And it happened to be on a Friday, and I come up and you was like, well, you know, this is what we do, and this is what we you know, our expectations are. And I was like, I would love the opportunity. And he was like, well, we're really not really looking to hire nobody, and I was like, well, I just feel this place is where I should be. This feels like my home, like from word go. And he was like, I'll tell you what, we'll start you out, you know, and you just come to work on Monday, and we'll see how it goes. We'll just take it a day at a time, and here we are.
So at that point in time, just to give a little bit of color for those who've been following us, we, you know, as a part of what we do at the farm, we're vertically integrated as the farm itself. We do, you know, everything from build the roads to tend the gardens and care for the animals and build the cabins. But at the time, you didn't come directly to work for us building the cabins. That was a talent we discovered of yours.
Yes, sir.
After you came to us.
I was kind of going through a spiritual walk myself at the time, and there was some things that was happening in my personal life that really steered me here. And it was like it was godsend really that I was even looking for a job. Wasn't really even looking. I was just kind of in a place in my life to where I was a fork in the road, should you say. And he steered me right where I needed to be. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. This is where I'm supposed to be. And it's been an incredible ride to this point.
So as I kind of think back a couple years, just again, our interactions and as I look back at that period of time, one of the things that I remember kind of the most is the number one, how warm you are, and how, dare I even say you wear your heart on your sleeve, and very much gracious and loving towards so many different people. Number two, one of the things as I look back to is, we soon discovered there was virtually nothing that you couldn't do, which is an incredible skill, but I'm sure from your perspective can be frustrating at times because you get pulled in all kinds of different directions.
And it just takes a be humbled and just be have grace for each and everybody and each and every situation you come upon on your day. And it helps tremendously.
Well, but I think those two skills really kind of catapulted your role at the farm, and within just within a year or so, you had really transitioned and increasingly more and more and more to where you're running all of our construction.
Yes, sir.
You run everything on the construction side of things, working with, you do everything with meat from owners to help them understand how to use their cabins.
Yes, sir.
And take care of things, all the way to working with our subcontractors, vendors, and everything else, and
as well as our farm team that we do all the special projects, like the smokehouse and the chick mansion and the clubhouse, which is a staple of the community here, which has been a awesome project to be worked on. And you and Jeff as well have really kind of given me a lot of leadway with things, and y'all have a lot of trust in me and my abilities, which means a lot coming from. And as well, Charlene, she's seen it firsthand. She's seen me transition, just become such a more at peace with my life and with my work, and it makes it so much easier to come home and be at peace with your home body as well.
I want to talk more about kind of your interaction with both the construction side, the team, and with owners. But I think that's a really good transition because Charlene, while I have not known her as long, my breadth of appreciation for your capabilities just have exploded, because when I first met you, you were just really kind of, y'all live here on the farm, but you weren't working for the farm in the beginning, and you started part-time, just lending a hand here and there. And when I think about talking about meteoric rises, like you went from just like doing a couple of things. I think the cat got out of the bag about how capable you are. And now, you're in charge of all kinds of stuff. I mean, you guys are kind of like the first family of the farm team at this point. So
there's a good saying. What Jeff was talking to her one day when she was actually over at his cabin doing some stuff, helping him out. And she was like, Richard's the jack of all trades, but I'm the Jill.
The Jill of all. I like it, but it's true. So Charlene, I'd love to hear from you about kind of, you're kind of maybe just a little bit about once Richard had told you, hey, I'm going to go to the farm, and what you knew about it, but then y'all moving in here. And I'd love to hear just a little bit of color behind all that from your perspective.
Well, he had came home and he had said that he came out here and spoke, and that he was going to be starting out here, and he just had a really, he was just really excited about it. And then whenever I stopped my retail job and then had the opportunity to move out here, I wanted to be involved in everything, just because that's just, kind of how I am, from canning to making my own pine saw, all the things. So then whenever I was able to kind of lend a hand with the garden team, because I was cleaning originally, and then started helping with the gardening team, and then kind of took on more of a role and kind of gradually just picked up more things as we kind of went. I love it. I love it out here. And
it was kind of a tricky, not necessarily tricky, but you coming into it, working, with all the other the workers here, and I didn't want to feel like that we were just like coming in and just bombarding them and just kind of taking. So I was kind of hesitant at first about her coming on board, because I just didn't know how others were going to react, and I didn't want to cause any hardship or any hard feelings towards anybody, which. That's probably just human nature of worrying about things a little too much.
Well, look, we've had, if you look back, any organization, struggles to bring either new leaders or new people in higher roles up, because so often there can be a clash of personalities and something. And one of the things I think that's a characteristic of both of you guys is the spirit by which you approach people. Is it comes off caring and loving, and there's not a, you know, a lot of times new people can come in and they want to prove themselves, right? They want to show people what they can do, or they want to impress the boss, or they want, you know, whatever else. I think by nature of y'all's God-given spirits, y'all have been able to not only become part of the greater farm family, but also ascend and take on more and more responsibility without a lot of
animosity.
Yeah, well said. Animosity and frustration and other things.
Well, it's human nature to feel threatening. You know what I mean? Yeah, when a new somebody comes in and you've been here and you've put in a lot of time. Yeah. And with this thing, because when I first came, the construction side of it was really, really new. It's just started. Yeah. I think you only had one, maybe two houses even started. Yeah. So it was just something being patient with and waiting for the time and allowing things to work itself out. And then here, lo and behold, here we are, and we both have the characteristic of being a leader. Yeah. And so it just evolved from there. You know, I knew once she got the opportunity, she would excel at it, and everybody would love her as well. And we're very blessed and thankful to be a part of the farm family and farm team.
Yeah, well, I think we've well established y'all's talents. Yeah. I'd love to hear, you know, maybe Charlene, you can start, or whomever, but I'd love to hear. Do you enjoy the relationship that you share, not just with the farm team, but also with the owners? Because one of the commonalities that I see with y'all is your passions to help out transcend just the daily chores here, but they extend to helping others and having relationships with other owners and stuff. I'd love to hear if that's had meaning for y'all and y'all's approach to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tend to like, I know you like daddle peppers. I know what Jenny likes. So I kind of know what a lot of the lot owners, you know, other homeowners like or whatnot. And I'm always, you know, if we have like a amount of that, letting them know, or if I see something, you know, that's just how I am. I'm just people by nature. Yes, for sure. Sometimes a little more than I probably should be, because my feelings might get hurt or whatnot, but you know, it's okay.
It's all part of it.
But that's just like, and I know Richard is the same way. If something can be done and it's easier for him to just go do it, he's going to do it. Right. You know, and lend that hand, or, you know, I'm the same way. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to extend it out if I can just go do it, you know. And,
yeah.
Right. If I need help, I will ask. So, but the
most of us, and it's such a the feeling of gratitude, or for me, or the sense of helping somebody out in a time of need, or just being able to be there and to be that person, is really why I strive. One of the things that pushes my motivator is because anybody can build a house. Yeah. But to make a house into a home, and to make people feel welcome, and feel like this is ultimately like we welcome anybody and everybody of all walks of life, it's such a gratitude. It's such a great feeling to have when you walk away and you know that you have made somebody so happy with not only just a home, but to feel the sense of that somebody's here that will be able to help them out when there's in a time of need, or a time of uncertainty. Yeah. Goes a long ways in my book. Yeah. And it goes the same way with me. I feel like since we've been here, the more I've grown closer to the employees, to the homeowners, to everybody a part of the farm. It's made us feel like a family, made us feel welcome. So it goes hand in hand.
So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. That's beautiful. I'm thinking about, you know, you guys have a family. You have a son that works here, but then you've also got this beautiful little girl as well. What's it like living on the farm and working on the farm and having a family, you know, all work? I'm sure it probably wouldn't be hard to pick out the negative things, but if you had to focus on like the things that that you can picture maybe being older, looking back about this period in your life? What are some of the things that you'll look back so fondly upon?
Just go ahead.
I wish we would have been able to have this whenever Dalton was growing up. Because I feel like a lot of times, like these days, like common sense is kind of not there.
So common.
And trying with Sienna, you know, having her out there, you know, she will go out there, weed, she'll seed, she'll plant. She'll do all the things.
Yeah.
She goes with the animal team and feeds them. She was collecting eggs yesterday, told me, Lala, I collected you eggs for you. And, you know, like we had turkeys in the hut down there incubating.
Yeah.
She wanted to go check on the turkeys, and I was like, "They're not in there anymore." She said, "Well, I need to go see." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll go see." You know, I mean, she's got a little book bag on, and she's going. You know,
and she's how old, Charlene?
She's 3. She'll be 4 in August.
Oh my gracious! I thought she was older. So it's the cutest thing. But
she loves the farm.
In charge. Yes, she's the farm princess for sure. So I mean, and that's just like whenever I'm working and I don't have her for a few days or whatever. She gets asked about. I was on the phone with Jeff, and he was like, he calls her Cece, and he was like, "How's Cece doing?" And I'm like, "She's fine. She's not here right now."
Farm princess.
Give her my love, you know. I mean, like, so it's.
Well, it's just so welcoming.
Yeah, I think it does her a lot of good to be out here.
There's something that something that happens out here that you can't go buy off the store shelf. Something you're able to instill in yourself, as well as the younger generations coming up, that is almost forgotten because we all got caught up in the rat race, just trying to keep up with the hustle and bustle and keeping the lights on. You know, you forget what's the really true valued parts of life. And this is a prime example of how you really take in things that are priceless in this life, and you're able to pass it down to your kids, to your grandkids. That is something that you'll know that'll be instilled in them that you can't go buy off the shelf, or that you can't replace with materialistic things.
Right.
Which is for me such a sense of peace, that I know that there's something that I'm doing for my children, that when I'm gone, that'll still impact them. That they'll still be able to hang on to and to keep grounded in this life we live, because it's so easy to get caught up.
Yeah.
So
if you, Charlene, I'll pick on you first.
Okay.
Richard, I'll give you a chance to think about this because I want to hear the same with you. I want to hear from you, and I admittedly, I'm putting you right on the spot. So Grace, if you can't think of something perfect, but I want to hear, what would a perfect day look like for Charlene living on the farm from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed? Walk me through your perfect day.
But on a working day or just a
day?
You choose. You tell me. Whatever you want to do. You choose one. Thanks for clarification.
On a working day, I would prefer the weather to be around 76 with a slight breeze.
And for those listening, it's like about $102 right now, right?
Right.
103. It's pretty hot outside.
Yeah.
Slight breeze, you know. Go to the standing garden, do the things I need to do in there. Still with the temperature staying at 76 with a light breeze throughout the whole entire day, and then that would be a perfect day for me, just to be able to be outside and enjoy it. Because I mean, as warm as it is right now, it's enjoyable when there's a breeze coming, but it's not
tough.
Perfect.
And so during that perfect day while you're working, for those who don't know what the standing garden is, that's one of our gardens, the more ornamental one with the flowers and the herbs and certainly all kinds of veggies, but it's the one in the raised beds. What would you be doing? Like, what's your favorite part to be tending that garden? Like, what are the activities?
One of my favorite things is basically I like to, as I call it, baby a plant. You trim it up, you clean it up, get your beds all nice, and make it look pretty.
Okay.
And that way you can feel rewarded whenever you have all these buds and beautiful things coming off of it, even though.
Baby in the plant. I like that. I've not heard that before. Awesome.
Yeah.
Makes it easier on when you harvest them and stuff. Gets them away.
All right, so it's knockoff time. You're finished working. You're surveying the beauty that you've created. What's next?
When it's time to knock off, normally, come back to the house and sit outside until it gets dark, or I mean, we're never inside.
Yeah.
Unless it's like so hot, but
Right,
we put
right.
a fan outside.
Yeah.
And have it blowing on us. So I mean, we're just
Continuing doing what she was doing while she was at work. You know what I mean? Honestly.
kind of, yeah.
And so what now, if you could have anything for dinner that night, what are we having for dinner? 'Cause you know how much I love food.
Okay, yeah.
And you don't have to, this is a make-believe exercise. So don't be inhibited by the fact that you're the one cooking and cleaning.
Oh yeah, no, I was totally
so
not
let's
in there.
pretend like somebody else is taking care of
You
it.
just ordered.
What are we having for dinner on this perfect day?
Okay, well, we're gonna have some steak.
Yes.
Yep. I'm gonna have some potatoes. I'm gonna put them in some tin foil. Have him have the grill fired up.
Okay.
And everything's going on the grill.
Okay. All right.
Everything. He's a meat and potato guy, so he can do vegetables. So maybe some zucchini or some squash and
on
have
the grill, right?
Mhm.
Oh, now
Yes, for
come on.
sure.
That's what I'm talking
Sure.
about.
Mhm.
All fresh,
And have
of course.
it cooked on the grill.
I love it.
You know.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Richard, you're up. Perfect day for you. Well, let's stay with, if it's okay with you, let's stay with the working day. I'd love to.
Yeah, I like that working day.
Yeah.
I wake up to my alarm going off and not me thinking about something.
Oh, good call.
Or better yet, my phone ringing
Right.
because of a problem already arising before the day even gets
I
started.
love it.
I get up early enough to where I beat everybody to work, and I normally try to gather myself and my thoughts and start pre-planning my, moving forward for that day. But at that point, I'm at the clubhouse and I want to see the sunrise because it is it's phenomenal out here. It's one of God's beautiful gifts that He allows us to take in,
and that's a good spot too.
Well, and in the rat race of working for myself, I've always just go.
Yeah.
And I really never have took the time in all my life to really take it in, and from the perspective I've been able to, and it's been so rewarding for me as well. And then once by then people showing up and we're getting our game plan together, and we're dividing and conquering at that point from every aspect of the farm.
So for people listening, just to help them understand just how chaotic it can be. I mean, we've got a multitude of people, vendors, and contractors, all that have to be scheduled and assigned to tasks on varying cabins or farm projects throughout the course of the day.
And
so
there's a lot.
There's a lot to consider.
A lot of working and moving parts among the farm on a daily basis, and that's a smooth day. No, that we don't have no problems arise that are unforeseen.
This is truly this is an imaginary day, right? Because this has never happened before.
There's usually multiple problems that arise, but that's all part of divide and conquering and opportunities to excel.
Yeah.
And we're just able to be productive, and everything works smoothly, and everybody's job go to plan, and there's no hiccups with anything.
Yeah.
And as we wind down on a day, I always like to try to pre-plan for the next day and try to have all materials and everything lined up to where I'm not people are not waiting on me the next morning.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. And wind my day down doing the same thing I brought it in.
Yeah.
The sunsets are just as beautiful as the sunrises.
Right back here.
Right.
It's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I just in awe of a lot of times. I sit there and just how blessed and thankful I am to be able to be a part of this and to see it grow, and to watch all the magnificent things that we get to see and enjoy.
I'm not done with you because I want to finish, but I want to make a comment and see if you have noticed this, because like you, I'm relatively newer to watching to habitually watching the sunrise and the sunset. It's only been within the last few years for me.
Yes, sir.
And as I sit out here in the morning and watch the sunrise and out here watching the sunset, one of the things I've noticed, and this is so probably common sense to most people, but I only more recent, in the last couple of years, realized how majorly the sun shifts.
Yes, it does.
Like where you're watching it right now during the summer is a whole lot different than where it is during the wintertime.
Yes, it's kind of astonishing if you really pay attention to how much it actually shifts as the year goes by, and you're like, wow. never knew it for most of my life until you start paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was been just kind of fun for me to kind of watch that. Okay, so we're watching the sunset, or we're kind of watching the sunset. Are we grilling steak and potatoes? Is that the same meal?
I mean, that is definitely a vote in my book. I'm good for that. We can do that 5 days a week.
Okay. All right. Well, now let me throw this at either one of y'all. If Dalton or Cece were deciding meals, what are they going to decide for dinner?
Dalton, he's easy. He's good with anything.
Well,
and normally,
he used to not be though. He used to be like the pickiest kid east of the Mississippi when it comes to food. And he got that honest, and vegetables and anything that which I try to eat things and see if my taste buds change or whatever. But here, I don't know. He was probably a senior in high school when he started kind of getting passionate about like cooking himself. And he loves to cook. And so since then, it opened up.
he eats more stuff.
Anyways, he'll eat just about anything but green olives and black olives.
Wow. Well, something real quick, a funny, before we hit CC, I got to tell you a story that I love about Dalton. I've never shared this with you guys before. It's not a huge deal, but because I'm the way I am, it's fun to watch other people maybe kind of play that out as well. I was out walking during the sunset, I don't know, 3 months ago, I can't remember when it was. And as I was walking around, Dalton, walking through with a fishing pole and a 5-gallon bucket, he went out there and caught a catfish or two, and started walking back. I'm like, man, what are you doing? He goes, just caught dinner. He was fixing to go clean the catfish and fix them for dinner.
Yeah, and, that's amazing.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I love that about him. So, okay, what about Cece? What's she having for dinner?
She'll eat anything. She really. I've caught her like out there picking carrots out the garden.
I love that.
And
tomatoes, anything. I know when we first moved out here, you had a ton of tomatoes out here.
Oh yeah.
And we would go for our walks or whatnot, and she would get her a handful, and just eat them. She will just about eat just about anything.
I'm the only one that's hard to please in that category.
Yeah, she likes steak. She likes.
Yeah, and shrimp. They don't matter.
Really good with just about anything. Fish, shrimp. She really doesn't like crab legs though. That is one thing that she doesn't like, which is
But if she had her choice,
you can bring her portion down to me.
She had her way. She would probably get her a basket and go out there and pick some vegetables and bring it, and that would be dinner for her.
I love it.
She would rather eat vegetables over junk, and that's for a kid.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. It's environment that y'all been up in, right?
Yeah,
right?
And that's thanks to the farm.
Yeah,
and the great added values it brings to life.
Yeah,
to the table is just one of a kind. There's no words to really put it into perspective.
Yeah, you
have to just come out and actually be a part of it yourself to really understand what it brings.
Yeah, you really do. I tell people all the time, we can. When they inquire, I can send you emails and photographs, and I can talk to you on the phone. But there's nothing like coming out here and actually walking the property.
Once because we have the dinners and stuff, and we get to meet a lot of new people, and and I always they ask me, I'm passionate about it. I'm easy to sell on. You can tell I'm all in.
Yeah.
But I tell them all the time, once you step foot on the farm, the energy that you feel in the atmosphere, it's different. It's a completely different feel. And everybody says, wow, it really is, just a sense of just peace and calmness. And in the world we live in today, that is saying something about life in itself, because that's one of the reasons why I was so sold on it so easily in the beginning. When I first stepped out of here, I was like, man, this is something different about it. There's a different feel. And Jeff, he said, probably the second time I ever met him, we was having a conversation. It was over by the Chick Mansion when I first started it. And he said, Richard, he's like, I just want to talk with you a minute, and just tell you that I really appreciate you, which if he tells you once, he told you that 1,000 times. He's very, very kind-hearted. He said, this is going to be the best job you ever had if you just stick with me.
No.
And so far it's been true.
I love it.
This has been the greatest job I've ever had.
I love it.
And I plan to retire here, Lord willing.
Well, Lord willing, I can promise you, as the first family, we hope so as well. So Charlene, Richard kind of hit the the last thing that popped in my mind while we were talking was, like, if there was somebody out there who you wanted to share a little bit about maybe what they didn't understand about the farm. Like Richard, I don't even have to ask him the question because you just kind of did it, but what would you want somebody to know who's never been here before? Like, if you could pick one thing.
That's a tough one.
I had to stump you at least once, right?
It's just great being out here. I'm sure if you dug down, you could find bad things or whatever.
Oh, of
maybe
course,
like
yeah.
a bug or something. But other than that, it's, if you have never been out here, you should definitely
come check it out.
come check it out.
Come check it out.
Yeah, even an event, or I think we're doing tours. Like if they schedule on Thursdays and the first month, come and do that if you're not into the big crowds or whatnot. But yeah, definitely need to come experience it.
Awesome.
It instills a lot of value.
I love it. Well, I appreciate both you guys.
Yes.
And the way that we typically end these podcasts, because I don't know that y'all have seen these before, but we like to do a one-word close. And so you have to choose one word that captures what you're feeling right now, either right in a second or maybe can summarize the way that this time together has been for you. So you say that one word and then you say, I'm out. So Richard, you want to start it?
I would say,
It's kind of hard because you want to do a good job, right? Like I struggle with this every time. What about you, Charlene? While he's thinking,
I'm out.
Love, and you're out. I like it. Okay.
Blessed.
I'm out. I'm going to say family, farm family. And I'm out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes.